Anybody trying to date me, my bills are your bills. So
And here we have another individual who has confused the rules of dating with the rules of marriage.
I don't care whose car it is. You're trying to date me. You're trying to take a load off of me.
Exactly when did dating come to mean taking the load off of someone financially? And here I thought dating was just about getting to know someone. When did that definition change?
So my car is your car. You cover the bills. I don't.
No, that's not what that means. If a person is just dating, no. Their property is still their property, and their responsibilities are still only theirs. It's not the other person's responsibility to financially take care of that person.
Simple. You're trying to date me, so my bills are your bills. Period.
But the simplest thing of all is that individuals with this particular thought process are going to end up being the most unhappy, because the individuals that they find are actually willing to support them financially just when they're dating and not when they're married are going to be the ones that they're the most unhappy with, because they have the lowest levels of self-esteem and self-worth. And they're going to find themselves wondering, where are all the real men at? Well, the real men are the ones that won't put up with this type of behavior.
Exactly. If you're getting to know the person, there's no reason you should be paying their bills. 1, they won't respect you and will only look at you as an ATM. And 2, you're an adult, get it together. That is the mindset of a broke individual.
Do not settle for a 50-50 man. I swear to you, you will pay for it for the rest of your life if you do. First of all, let me just say how wonderful it is to date a man with a provider mindset. My man makes me feel so taken care of, safe, and protected, like he would never let anything ever happen to me. He knows that I can cover my own tab and pay for my own things, but he wants to, without expecting anything in return. For my man, who I'd consider high value, my sincere gratitude and warm smile is all that he needs. He has told me that my happiness is the most important thing to him, and that seeing me happy makes him happy. I don't think that saying, happy wife equals happy life, came out of thin air.
She does not want a provider. She wants a slave. This is entitlement. She thinks that her mere presence and smile are enough. Don't be the one who falls for it.
Me what it is that men get in return for being a providing man. I'm talking about the men that show up emotionally, physically, financially, and never complain because they take pride in providing for the woman in their life. It actually makes them feel good to see the women in their lives happy. What do they get in return other than these narcissistic, nagging, controlling women? These women will put everything on the internet. Outfit of the day goes on the internet. Relationship in trouble, go to the internet. Dating advice, go to the internet. Horrible dating scene, go to the internet. What is it that these women are giving in return if they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to have children, they don't want to give anything in return other than simply existing and looking pretty? And the majority of women are not even attractive enough to be having a laundry list of expectations. Let's just be fucking for real. You take off the filters, you take off the Botox, you take the lip filler away, you take the lashes away. You have not an attractive woman. Or at least not a 10 out of 10 like these women have their inflated egos. So you get to be treated like shit. You get to be called narcissistic. If you have money, she's going to call you broke. She's going to pretend that she's like this victim, but behind the scenes, you're providing for her while she sits on her phone and seeks attention from other men. So tell me, what is the incentive for these men to continue to provide for these women who do nothing but shit on them all day long? And then if they actually decide to commit to these women because these women love to put on a show and know how to fake a good personality to get the ring or get the bag, then he actually runs the risk of losing everything that he worked so hard for. These women are not worth paying for submission. So make it make sense. What is it that incentivizes a providing man to continue to look for a good woman?
Decided last night to re-download Hinge, and I don't know why I think this is a good idea. It never is. But apparently I was bored and needed attention maybe. I don't know. But they're all the same people. It's still the same people, and they're all resending me like whatever matches. I don't match with any of them because there's a reason that it didn't work out the first time, right? Like, what is wrong with me? My theory on why online dating doesn't work is because when you're doing online dating, the people are just objects. Like, you're able to just kind of scroll through them and see them as objects. And I think a lot of times women are already seen as objects. So then it's even worse when you're just this like two-dimensional photo that they can just kind of pick apart. But also, like, where do you meet people? But I don't even really know if I want to meet anybody. Because
I think the real issue is that the majority of women are all swiping on the same men. I'm sure she has matches that are genuinely good men, but because they don't fit her laundry list of requirements, she overlooks them.
So I've been single a year and a half now, but I took an entire year to not date guys, to not talk to guys, to not even interact with guys. They were canceled. They were off limits. We didn't associate with the male species. But now we're like, okay, we're going to step back out into the dating pool again. Started that about like 6 months ago. But because I took a whole year to focus on myself, establish my worth, understand what my wants and my needs are for a future relationship, I'm able to articulate that so well with men now. And I honestly don't think it's possible for a man to play me or disrespect me or screw me over, because the moment that happens, I'm out.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Have you always been attracted to quote unquote good guys?
No. And I think a lot of women between 18 and 25.
40.
And I was gonna say, like, not even, or 40, right. When we're in an immature mindset, we like bad boys, thugs, street, hood. And those men don't always treat you the best way. And what's sad is it takes us being absolutely broken down to a point where it's gonna take years of therapy to get us back to where we were once before, to really determine I should have been with a man that opened the door, a man that asked me if I ate or not, a man that wants to provide and protect, rather than a man that can good and smoke you out.
So
Y'all should put that shit.
Gotta do
I mean, I want to know good as well.
Yesterday, I texted the guy that I've been talking to or whatever. He was at the gym. I text him. He didn't answer in a, moderate amount of time. I blocked him. While he was at the gym. And he messaged me on Instagram like, you blocked me? I did. I'm sorry. I'm actually not sorry because this is out of my control. I didn't want to block you, but my period said to block you. And for the next days, just be careful. I really feel bad for whoever ends up with me for the rest of my life, because when that time of the month comes, you better just say your prayers and watch your mouth.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Sadly, a lot of women realize this when it's too late. The good men they passed up on are with other women. The men who've interested them before are no longer appealing because they've realized they can't even take care of themselves, let alone a family. Then the realization sets in. They did it to themselves. Ghosting a man because he's working on himself in the gym is ridiculous. She'll use the period to justify her childish behavior. In reality, these are the same types of women who complain when they hit the wall. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content.